hitting on an underage girl.
What? What?
Oh, he's so wacky.
Are we back? Anybody?
It says we're live again.
Yes,
it does.
We're
I see
live
that.
again.
Are we live?
I refreshed the thingy.
You refreshed a thingy?
Oh no, we're not live. Don't worry about it.
No, it
Yes,
says
we
live
are.
up in the corner.
I see
Up in the
that,
corner it says
but
that.
I also kind of don't believe it.
Can anybody hear
Hey, chat.
Just
Do any of you know us?
Coach, you need to make sure you're added to the scene if you're there, because I see
I
Coach in
know,
the stream
I'm
output,
trying to
but I
get rid
don't
of the
see him in our little
fucking
like bubble
thing.
of people.
Yes,
Join
it's back
there.
live.
Are we good?
Hey. I can see Coach.
God damn
There
it.
it is.
He's sputtering.
Activate.
Is he having the audio issues again?
No.
He's choppy.
Did his internet just go to shit?
Coach,
not me.
choppy. Is the laptop plugged in?
Yes, plugged in.
Did you apply wax to the modem?
It's fine.
Is the chip better than a Dorito?
Why can't you hear me?
And we can't hear him.
Delete. Can you hear me now? Add the
It's
scene.
getting smoother.
There.
still can't
Is this
hear you.
better? Why?
Try unmuting your headset, heaven forbid.
It
Yeah.
was unmuted.
Sweet.
Oh,
Jesus. We're back to that now.
it worked before.
Why?
So anyway, Ian, I apologize
And
for
alive.
the meltdown during our game. You won fair and square. I apologize to you right after the game there. And if we ever meet again, leave them gold fuckers in the box and get the red ones out. I won my last two games and it ended up fifth overall in the resistance to get a card after 14 hours of play. And then limped off to find Coach's Tavern.
Nice. Well, apparently the stream can hear Coach, but
They
we
can
can't,
fucking hear me.
so-
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Ah.
but like
Well,
not
it's
through the.
on-
It's down. It's through this fucker, isn't it?
Yeah,
How do we fix that problem last time?
I don't know. You did it, not us.
So while he's trying to figure that out, evidently my son is ready for a D&D campaign because he fell asleep with a sword in his shirt.
Nice.
That's amazing.
Okay, well this sounds like an excellent time to go to commercial break. So
Yep.
Hey, Coach, just an FYI, if you're wanting a hard stop at 11:05, like it's 11:05 now. No, 30 hard stop.
10:05.
Oh, fucking
Central.
I tried to tell you this earlier, Chico.
it,
It's
motherfucker.
11:30 for him, 12:30 for us.
Central. Central.
Fuck.
It's central. Okay, commercial break.
I hate you.
All right, Coach. Whatever you did last time, do it again.
Yeah, well, now I have to fucking 0343 is commercial.
I don't want to be here until midnight.
You don't have to be.
I just fall asleep like this.
What did I do? Okay.
You
I-
unplugged something and plugged it back in.
No, that wasn't it.
Also,
I think
I don't know how the chat was able to get.
Why don't you just check your notes? I'm sure you wrote it down because it was such a hard thing to remember to do. Fucking hell.
Documentation? Really?
I'm trying to think here, fuckers. Come on. All right.
No, I'm sitting here insulting you just like I did last time. That worked.
See the funny thing. What does the live stream look like? Oh God, go live.
We are live.
Okay,
We are
the
live.
live stream has everyone on there. Okay, that's fine. That's good. All right, let's delete that. Delete that. And mute that.
People in the chat,
Add
do
to
you guys
scene.
save all these extra bullshit tokens?
No,
Or do I just throw these away?
throw them away. Unless you want to make pretty token art.
Speaking of ripping up and throwing things away, if you haven't played Betrayal at House on the Hill Legacy, it's pretty good. Like, if you like Betrayal, it's a damn good Legacy game. If you don't like Betrayal, stay the fuck away from it.
Test 1, 2.
What is?
Test.
How do you know if you like it or not? If you haven't played it.
I have Betrayal on the
called Betrayal at House on the Hill, and then they made a Legacy version of it, just like they did Pandemic and Pandemic Legacy.
Test 1, 2.
We lost you, Coach.
Yeah. Test 1, 2. No.
Headset.
So yeah, the whole concept of Betrayal, and he took his headset off. He was asking about the damn game, and then the fucker left, and just.
It's a good game. I enjoy it.
Did you play the Legacy one?
Not yet.
All right.
Yes.
If you like Betrayal, the Legacy one is very good. It sticks to the core of Betrayal quite a bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Test. Test. Test.
We can hear headset.
Test. Yeah. You can fucking hear that. Why? Test 1, 2. Okay, that works. How did I do
But if
this?
you like Legacy games, don't touch Seafall. Seafall is an awful game. Don't do it. It's bad. It starts off really neat. Everybody has like ships, and you're acting like pirates, going and pillaging islands and discovering new lands and stuff, and then it goes fucking crazy. Absolutely fucking insane.
Chad apparently says there's Coach echoing, so Coach, I think you gotta get rid of your extras.
Yeah, Coach, if you're echoing, that means both the mics are picking up.
I got it.
So
Did he-
delete 2.
Did he get the Yeti to work?
No.
Test.
I think Coach might have just deleted his webcam because the live stream his thing went out. He can put it back in though and just hit send to live or whatever.
So Ryan,
Test.
Betrayal is a game where you're a whole bunch of random people in a haunted house, and you're exploring this haunted house. And at some point, while exploring this haunted house, the haunt happens, and you open up a book, and it tells you turn to page XYZ, and so is a traitor, and that person reads that number in the traitor book. Everybody else reads that number in the good guy book, and you play out some crazy, wacky scenario. And there's like hundreds of scenarios.
Okay.
So it's a pretty fun game. Very random and not balanced very well. But if you like chaos in your games, it's got a lot of chaos.
Yeah,
Okay.
I got a lot of chaos.
Fuck it. We're going with this.
All right.
Well, if you can stop the echo on the live, then we can tolerate that.
Ladies and gentlemen, am I echoing right now?
Jacob says echoes.
Echoes.
How are you seeing stuff from Jacob before me?
Echoes?
That's crazy.
That's worse. So bad. I don't know how to fix it. Now it's
Everybody's
fine.
a
Okay.
critic.
Now it's fine. Now it's fine because it's all coming through this.
No,
Everything.
no.
It'll work. It'll be fine.
No.
Everyone, fucking relax. God.
Maybe it's your computer, Coach. Maybe it's your DSL. Maybe it's your
Oh shit!
throwing
maybe it's
throwing
your
fucking-
attitude.
throwing
this is
shit,
some
huh, Mark?
pent-up rage. Don't hold back.
Throwing
That's how you
shit.
really feel.
All right. I guess that's how it is. All right. I deserve that. Get this blue dick out of my face. There we go. See, now everybody gets full frontal coach. That's what they get from now on in the show.
Oh, so you're just completely turning off the Yeti?
It's not coming through. I just can't fucking get the thing to work. I don't know what it is.
Alrighty.
Well, hopefully it works someday.
All right. Let's see. According to show notes, let's just do the Nantex. We'll skip USA versus the World. And at the end, if we have time, we'll do Travis the Mean Machine.
Yeah. And as soon as I'm done cleaning up and finishing my drink, I'm probably going to bow out.
That is okay.
I'll let you guys know before I go so you can fawn over me and cry and at my leaving.
That's exactly what I plan on doing.
Yep. I expect it.
Let's see. 10, 30. Let's go 40. Give myself a little break.
Kiefer says he can hear something. I don't know. He didn't elaborate.
Can't hear shit, Kiefer.
Kiefer,
You know what?
keep up the running. Your speed's getting faster. He's going to disappear like me.
So did everybody freeze up on me?
No.
No. Hi.
No.
Jeez.
You asked for it.
You can tell that headset's old.
Yeah. It's
If you
fucking
say
old.
something and then Morse code happens. Beep, 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 beep.
Oh, does it really?
Sometimes.
At least you can't hear it on the live stream.
I don't know.
No, I'm
If
listening.
you got
to
rid
live.
of the big blue dick, then you, they're getting the same audio that we are.
I'm watching the live stream right now.
You relax, Mark. You got a big black dick.
That was way too many times I heard big blue dick.
He's got the big black dick.
Mine's not blue.
Oh, he's got the brother.
Is it bigger? And
Yeah.
he's gone.
Oh,
Oh,
what? No.
And he's got. Oh, fuck.
Good thing we didn't come back from commercial yet.
Jesus Christ. See, the thing is before when my Yeti worked, I had to join the green room, but it starts I'm already in the green room, so. And I don't know how to kick myself out of the green room, so we're just gonna go with it. That was a pretty good still shot of Mark, though.
Beep, beep, beep.
He's back. We get rid of that son of a bitch.
Make sure you delete
oh,
and
do you
re-add.
have different scenes on there? Like if we all of us like,
There we go.
I'm trying to think back to like things we've done in the past with the podcast. That what would Lightstream Studio do with that? So, for instance, like if one of us had something cool we wanted to show, how hard would it be to make that person full screen?
Not hard at all.
Uh,
Not hard
Mark,
at all. You
Mark, are
basically,
you there?
so Chico, when you mouse over one of the screens that you're showing of your people,
Yeah.
gives you, if you right click on it or when you mouse over it, there's like a button that looks like it's a layer with an up arrow, so it layers up to being the top layer, and then you just make it big and it just over
Oh, okay.
everybody else.
Yeah. So
Yeah, except-
something I saw on Twitch the other day that I think we super need, but I don't know if it's possible without Twitch. So I was watching this streamer and he had like commands that if you had watched his stream for a long enough time and you got like points, you could issue like you typed something and it caused like a GIF to pop up on his screen and dance around like a crazy person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Twitch things do that when they get subscribers or
Well, so,
re-ubs
yeah, so
or-
I've seen it with like subscribers and stuff, but this was just people who had watched for a long time. They just typed thing, and all of a sudden it would jump to some other layer and, do a picture of Lady Gaga singing heavy metal or something. Like it was
Mark-
completely wacky.
Mark Stewart says that's through Streamlabs.
Streamlabs.
We're
'Cause
trying
we could
shit
do
out,
some
guys.
Fucked up
Fucking
shit with that.
YouTube Hangouts really fucked us over. I
Yep.
mean that really fucking blows, man. We're gonna be trying all kinds of things. Obviously,
They've got to come up with something new because I've seen so many articles of like groups who have used it that they're like,
What the fuck?
This is what we did. We don't know what to do now.
So YouTube
Right?
technically has a replacement, but it's YouTube webcam, and it's only for one person.
it's a
You can't
one-person
group
thing.
it.
Yeah.
It's really dumb. Don't know
Fucking
why
bullshit.
they didn't have a replacement for it.
I like this. It's just
We're seeing
It's out- I
technical
mean,
difficulties.
we're-
and
we're-
I
we're-
don't know why.
we're fucking putting the stick in the bike in the bicycle spokes. Which kudos to you, Ryan Farmer. That fucking meme was hilarious. It made me laugh a lot. I know OBS, Patrick, but I hate OBS. Fuck, I hate OBS.
Have you tried that actually?
I've done some things on OBS, and yeah, I looked into Discord as well.
I just don't know how they see us if we do Discord. I don't know if there's video. Is there video in Discord?
well,
I
they
don't
have
know.
they have a thing that you can do through Discord,
Yeah.
but you can't do like what we're doing right now. I don't think you can do that. Patrick has a lot more fucking time on his hands than I do.
The thing people don't get is like if you have a lot of time to put production value into things, you can super get that. If you're
flawless.
just a drunk fuck who likes clicking on a link and talking,
when
then
someone told
Google Hangouts for fuck's sake.
When someone told me you're shit at fucking X-Wing and you never be famous unless you start a podcast, and then I start a podcast, and, look at me now, motherfuckers. Yeah, I need the one-click button.
Myself, you're welcome.
I need the one-click button. Wow.
Button.
I was wondering if you caught that.
I got it.
I don't think Ryan did though.
I wasn't paying attention.
He'll have to watch the show.
He'll have to watch the show. No, we're in commercial break. He'll never. Oh no, it's live.
No, it's always live.
I gave you a compliment, Ryan.
You what?
I gave you a compliment.
He gave you a great compliment. All right, 17.
Uncle Mark
20.
isn't back yet.
We're coming out.
No, Uncle Mark isn't back yet.
Coming out.
He's typing something in our messenger right now. Let's see what it is.
You can see typing?
Oh, in the chat.
Facebook.
The Facebook chat.
Oh, gotcha.
Messenger. I need
data.
He says he needs a request to join the room again. Link has been expired by the host. So resend him a link to join.
Read the whole thing.
Motherfucker.
What did he say?
Yes, that's the most stoic, the most stoic motherfucker I've ever heard.
Literally read the whole thing. Okay, I got you.
I had to pause, and then I kind of went Travis mode, motherfucker.
Oh man! Yeah, Travis jumped back into that conversation today with the whole for those watching. There is a thread on the FFG forum. Don't go there. It's a wretched hive of scum and villainy. It is an ethical question of conceding. There are certain situations like, is it ethical to concede kind of thing? And I got into a whole conversation with somebody. Basically, I'm saying that it is legal, like 100% legal to concede as long as there's no collusion. Period. End of discussion. You can have ethics conversations all day long, but man, he was trying to say is like, oh, it's super collusion if the person sits there and writes their initials on the thing because they know they didn't win because you were winning at the time and you conceded. Oh god, it was basically the point of imagine you only need a little bit of MOV to secure your spot, but you don't need the win. And the guy you're facing is just shit. And you're like, I am stomping this guy. And if I beat him, he's not in the cut. If I lose to him, this guy I know I can beat gets into the cut. But if I beat him, then some other person gets into the cut and maybe they have a hard counter against me. So I'm going to get just the points I need and then concede so he makes it into the cut and maybe I have a better chance. Is that legal? Yes, 100% definitely. Is it ethical? It all depends upon whether you're going for am I supposed to be having fun in the game, or am I supposed to be trying to win this tournament, doing everything I possibly can because winning tournaments?
2.
I mean, if you're playing in a big tournament and you've gotten that far, you should be doing everything you can to win tournaments. I still might look at you and go, "Oh, dang, that was a cheeky ass move." But okay.
Mark,
I've done that. I was playing fantasy football and I was going into the playoffs, and I knew if I won, I was going to play against a guy who had a hot fucking running back, and he was crushing people. So you know what I did? I benched every fucking player I had. I purposely lost the game. I got put in the other half of the bracket, and by the time I went and faced him, it was like the last game of the regular season, because that's how fantasy football like playoffs work. And that team fucking benched him because they wanted to keep him healthy for playoffs, and I fucking crushed the guy. Yeah. Fuck you. Do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna steal that one. Mark,
Do what you got to do
Yep.
legally.
Mark, we can hear you. Can the chat hear you? That's the question.
Say again.
We can hear you. Keep talking.
We're all good. All right.
Well,
Come on
make
out.
sure-
Want to make sure the chat can hear you.
I think the chat can hear them. I think they're fine.
Did you send a live? Is the send a live button?
Send a live is, yep, they can hear. 22 minutes. We're going out of commercial. Out.
We're going out in 22 minutes?
That's
really late.
That thing right there. 4 seconds left.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Welcome back to, ladies and gentlemen, the OCX Radio Podcast. Man, we are having awesome luck. If you guys ever want to stream live a podcast, don't do live stream.
Yeah.
I think this one's going to be taken off the market. We will see. We don't know.
Well, no, live stream is good if you all have really good setups.
Yeah.
It does not cater to like people who either like not a strong connection, not a strong processing power.
It is not for weebs
You
at
need
all.
to be set up.
Those weeb people do not, it is. It's not, let's just say that live stream is boomer offensive. Like fucking boomers. To use the term, because I now know what that means. This is not for us. This is.
Boomers is just people who are baby boomers, right? Or is this?
According to according to Urban Dictionary, it's like 30-year-olds that still remember like what life was like before the internet, and then try to act like.
That's literally what millennials are.
Yeah, I know.
Millennials are 30 years old right now. So quit blaming every fucking thing on us. It's the fuckers after us, whatever you call them. It's their fucking fault. Listen, motherfucker.
Oh my God! Settle the fuck down. Fuck. Boomers are the people who still know how to use like rotary phones and still remember like the pre-dawn internet age and remember that god awful sound.
40 and 50. 45,
yes.
maybe.
Okay. So if you're like within 6 or 7 years of 40, you're either 37 or you're 42. You're a fucking boomer, apparently.
I'll be 34 in 3 days, and they call me a millennial. So I need y'all to shut the fuck up about millennial bullshit.
Shit, we need to fucking sing you a happy birthday song.
Not on Lightstream. It'll break.
No, it'll fucking break that shit. Good call, Ryan. Good call. All right, so we're moving on in the show notes without Mark. Sorry, Mark. Like you're not even a boomer. You're just fucking. You're there. So let's
drafted in World War II, right?
Yeah, I'm in that whole boat too. So
that we don't just leave him hanging, we should probably at least try to like. Did you try and add him in or whatever? Again,
I added him in twice.
Okay.
we got an Uncle Mark box.
But no picture, no sound.
Yeah, he's
Mark, we have
there,
no picture, no audio.
but he's not there. So I don't know until he wants to be back on. I can send him another link. I don't know. Anyway, so
Mark,
hey,
hop on
new
and
shit.
Tell us what generation you're from.
So now that you have gone through the hour of our funness and what it's like living in the OCX life, now we get to talk about the new stuff. The Nantex stuff came out, guys.
Well, an article came out.
The breaker of X-Wing 2.0 is apparently the gist that I'm getting out of this.
Son, fuck.
I mean, I can give like my 10-second like piece. You
That's all I
all
want.
suck at bullseye arcs. You all suck at bullseye arcs. This ship is not for you.
But what if I can move him into my bullseye arc?
Yeah.
You won't. You
Chico?
won't be able to. You're not that good.
But tractor tokens.
Admit it to yourself. You won't be able to do it.
No.
And like I am not a big fan of like tractor beam as like an occasional gimmick. I think is neat, but when tractor beam becomes like the thing, oof. Like I am worried for a game where tractor beam is a significant portion of this.
Well, get ready.
It's a big part of this ship.
It's pretty much
it's
this
a big part
entire
of me telling my opponent to go fuck off. As long as I'm in a tournament that's less than 5 rounds, I can tell every one of my opponents to fuck off and only get 1 penalty point per round.
Oh, you're good then.
Yeah.
All right.
Because this guy's gonna fuck some people's shit up.
Yep. It's the first I6 for Separatists. And yeah, a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, either I'm convinced, because I have had to re-mention this over and over since this article's been out to multiple people. Pinpoint tractor array. There's 2 specific rules you need to be aware of with this ability on this ship. Not just the pilot. The pilot's got the while attacking if defenders tractor roll additional dice. Sweet. The ship ability. You cannot rotate your arc to the back. Makes sense. That's simple. After you execute a maneuver, here's tip number 1. It did not say the word fully. Just after you execute a maneuver. You don't have to complete it. This thing can still use its ability even if it bumps. So
basically, it gets a free barrel roll all the time.
Or straight boost.
If you're okay with losing that. I'll be honest, I didn't read any of this shit. I looked at the ship and went, that looks dumb. It's got a bullseye arc, and I stopped there. So learn me, Ryan. Learn me.
Stop everybody right now. Hold on. Time out. Mark's got a bail, so we're gonna give him his shout outs and his good night speech.
Huh.
Oh, he just gave us an okay.
Right. Okay, no.
Fuck me.
I got this.
Goddamn outer rim dice. If I get one more opponent that gets some outer rim dice and comes against me, I'm gonna come across that table, and I don't have to go very far because I'm really fucking tall, and I'll just fucking choke them out. Like, there you go. Yeah. That about right?
Stupid light stream.
I gotta teach my son. I gotta teach my son how to drink. Stupid fucking light stream.
All right. Okay. Part 2 of very important rules you need to be aware about the ship. After you fully execute a maneuver, you may gain 1 tractor token to perform a rotate action. That means if this ship is stressed from a sloop or K turn, or already is stressed and you decided not to clear it with your blues, you cannot perform the rotate action because you're stressed. Therefore, and if I'm incorrect, Chico, please let me know. But I'm pretty sure because it says you may gain, you have the option to gain a tractor token to perform a rotate action. Because you cannot complete the rotate action, or you just can't do the rotate action. It's not even attempting it. You can't actually do it.
Do
You can't take the tractor.
second half.
Exactly.
Say that again.
So you can't K turn and force a barrel roll with a tractor token because you didn't do the rotate action.
Yes, you have to
No.
rotate.
You can rotate to the same arc that you currently have set. So you can do the tractor beam thing without ever changing your arc.
I thought if you do a rotate action, you cannot rotate it to the same spot.
I mean, I'm just talking out of my ass, so let's look it up.
I'm pretty sure that's the thing.
I mean, I had a 50-50 shot. I picked one. First rule is to sound confident, right?
True. Very true.
Oh.
That's how you don't get a judge call
So-
on you.
If Chico's wrong, I'm gonna have words.
If Chico's
Well-
wrong, I will stay up until this stream ends.
Tommy in the chat says you cannot rotate. Oh.
Let him find it out himself.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn it.
Look at me. Look at me. I am the Chico now.
He's a Chico now.
Damn it. Hey, that's a good shot. Hey.
Shh.
It does say
Quiet as
upper standard
He'll-
arc. Okay,
He'll
whatever.
he'll figure it out.
He did. He just did now.
Son of a bitch.
I'm not even supposed to be here today.
All right. So that's
It
a
took
cool.
too long.
That's a cool thing with its ship, that it can still do a repositional straight boost, so to say, or barrel roll by giving itself to tractor. But then you're like, now I'm only 4 hull with 2 agility. I'll just die if there's nothing shooting me. Here's where the talent card Ensnare comes into play, Chico, if you have not looked at this one.
He hasn't even figured out the fucking rotate.
So Ensnare,
I missed first edition. You could just point out.
Oh man, right? Fuck me. I missed first edition.
at the end of the activation phase, if you are tractored, you may choose one ship in your turret arc at range 0 to 1. Transfer 1 tractor token to it. So at initiative 6, you could move, tractor yourself, position yourself where you need to go, rotate your arc where it needs to be at a ship, and then at end of activation, you say, here ship, take this tractor for me, pass it over, and then shoot him potentially in your bullseye now, or in your turret arc that gets 1 more attack die because you're Sunfok, and your range 0 to 1 because you passed him the token, so also get fucked. This is 4 dice or 5 dice in the bullseye. Your Fen Rao. And they have 1 less agility. Also to note, just like Ketsu, you can use Ensnare to pass it to a friendly. So if you want a friendly ship to also rotate or to also reposition themselves with a straight or a barrel roll without technically following the rules of not performing the same action twice, because it's not actually performing an action of a boost or barrel roll at the end of activation, you can do that to a friendly ship too. Also, take your stapler. Not only are you stapling Ensnare to Sunfok, but you're probably stapling Afterburners to him too.
But
Because the dot,
like his chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I know you will. So with Afterburners, Afterburners is just like I'm gonna look it up before I open my fucking mouth. And just fuck all of you. So let's pull up Darth Vader.
anyway, the dial is pretty good
it's just
for the
moving.
Nantex.
the fucking dial.
3 straight, 3 bank,
Fantastic.
3 turn. It has the 3 sloop as well. This has a lot, and a 4 straight and 5 straight. So it's got a lot.
It's got a 1 hard turn white and a 1 bank blue, doesn't it?
I think its dial might be better than the Jedi. The difference is the Jedi have the actual capability to perform boost and barrel in the same turn. Because of fine-tuned controls in the regular action bar.
But doesn't Sunfox have the same? I mean,
it's natural.
Situational ability kind of a thing.
Its natural action bar is only focus evade, and your tractor is only going to allow you to boost straight or barrel roll.
That's true.
Afterburners is going to be your only way to get double. It's going to be twice a game.
Do you think they'll give this thing the ability to equip turrets?
No, it already has a native turret.
No, it already has a native
You don't
turret.
think they'll give it like another option to just change it to a different turret?
Nope.
Oh God, I hope not.
I'm pretty sure based upon the spread's not in here, but there's a spread when they announced Wave 5. This thing is literally going to be like a Fang Fighter or a TIE Interceptor. Mod, talent, that's it.
Get close.
So
Wreck shit.
this expansion is introducing targeting computer, which is a mod that adds the target lock action. A white target lock added to the ship, no red needed like the other ones. I'm iffy on because they said originally when the second edition came out they were going to try and stay away from like just purely putting a full white action on a
That's
ship.
what I thought.
Yeah, like they could make red actions white, with the tactical officer or engine upgrade or expert handling.
I mean, do you really want to give Whisper a target lock? Is that a good idea?
Because there's no requirement on there.
Nope. Probably just going to be points. Also, Snapshot's back.
Oh, we got to do the podcast mantra. Well, I guess we'll see when the points come out. Boy, have I missed that.
No reason speculating until the points come out, guys.
So Snapshot has similar ability, except instead of range 1, it's range 2 only. That's it. It's a talent.
Why? Why is that?
I don't know.
That's better, isn't it?
It's technically covering more area, yes.
You had it right the first time, guys.
After a ship executes a maneuver, you may perform an attack against it as a bonus attack. Your dice cannot be modified.
It's a goddamn rules nightmare. Like I'm glad they put in there like definitively your dice cannot be modified. Period. Done. No saying, but what if I do this one?
Yeah.
That's not really no. They can't be changed. The dice fall out of your hand, and that's the thing that happens. Shut the fuck up.
But we still gonna?
Yeah, but you're now adding attacks to non-engagement like times. I mean, you still kind of had that. If you had quick draw, run over a rock, and you got to shoot in the activation. Well, now we got Snapshot that can shoot quick draw and then trigger quick draw, and then quick draw does something, and then somebody fucking blows up and has dead man switch, and a fucking dead man switch blows up something and just fucking cascading bullshit, and like it's so fucking ridiculous. And if you use like a thing and you shoot at quick draw and he dies but lost a shield, like when is he actually removed from the board? Because normally it would be at the end of the engagement of that person, but because there's no engagement, does he come across? Does he leave immediately, or does he get to stick around and get to return his fire? Like these are the bullshit fucking questions I get from you people.
You're not even a judge. Shut up. You're not even a real life person.
I'm judging in a week and a half a hyperspace trial, the first tournament I will ever judge that I will be given dice and or templates.
Ooh.
Like from the kit. Oh fucking hell.
Yeah, like didn't they learn from first edition?
Yeah. Like
this was
Snapshot,
idea.
TLT, cluster mines, these should all be in a box locked away. Like in a box, in a vault, thrown into a volcano.
It's a goddamn bad idea.
Cluster mines and ion bombs come back. We.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fucking shit. Like,
Let me see.
But
Um,
but maybe they'll make the points and the points and the stuff and the points.
We'll figure them out 6 months later, and it'll be fine.
The
God, I hate Snapshot.
the rest of the article on the Nantex previewed other pilots, but none of them matter. Sunfox is the first one you're putting in the list.
Nobody's taking that ship other than Sunfox.
I will say, the second most intriguing one to me is the I-4 chair tick. Basically, if the defender is tracted when he's attacking, you may reroll up to 2 attack dice. So he's more efficient. Like your attacks are more consistently going to provide X result. So he has a lower ceiling but a higher floor than Sunfox. Squish.
Hey, Chico, are you going to Muncie? Fucking Marshall.
Yeah, Jacob. Jacob,
He's-
don't even
he's-
bother showing up.
He's going to
You're
Muncie.
done.
You will. He's gonna hand your fucking list back with a yellow card already
Hey,
attached.
hey, Jacob, I dare you to bring a turreted ship.
Oh, oh, do
You know
it.
what's funny? I think he might be flying SFs. At least some of them.
You
You'll
try to
be my
rotate that
first.
arc, I swear
Oh,
to God.
Chico, you gotta be his first. Where were you when you first got your first? Well, it was a
Oh.
lovely night, and we were in Muncie, Indiana. And
There are no lovely nights in Muncie.
So, do we also want to hit on the Wave 6 announcements?
not really.
Okay. There's a red
Because
interceptor.
they're all just re-release. Oh, that thing.
There's a
It
red
looked neat.
interceptor.
It's the Resistance TV show. It's Major Von Reg's TIE expansion and the Fireball expansion. Both look interesting. Red TIE interceptor for the First Order looks cooler.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
One more thing for people who are crediting me by taking pictures of the back of the boxes was not my idea. That was somebody in the groupies chat that like all caps says, "Coach, take a picture of the back." And I was like, "Oh yeah, good idea." And then an awkward conversation of me having to move somebody from playtesting a game to move over, and I'm like, "I need to get this."
Oh, also,
Nice.
Major Von Reg's title's apparently the Red Baron, and this TIE fighter class is the TIE/BA interceptor.
TIE/badass.
Ass
Ty fucking
interceptor.
badass, mother. Oh, the alt art writes itself.
Yeah. Also,
That's
Too
a
bad
penalty point.
I feel like a Baron's ass card coming on. I mean,
We already did the Baron's ass.
well, we did the ass of legend.
this is the Red Baron.
This is a red ass. Thank it.
Depleted
Oh.
tokens are shown in there. I'm assuming depleted is strained, but with offensive dice. That's it. That's assumptions, not real. It's really cool.
The Thai BA could be better ass.
It is the more updated ass.
It is an updated ass. It could be really tight. We'll just zoom in on the son of a bitch. Oh,
Ugh.
Imagine they took a TIE advanced prototype and a TIE interceptor and they had a baby, because that's exactly what this is. It's got the dial of a TIE advanced prototype, but it's got the chassis attack dice with 3. It's got thruster type abilities, all that fun stuff.
I'm just wondering from the trailer of episode 9, how many interceptors can the First Order have, right? Because it wasn't a TIE silencer in the preview.
I don't think anyone's worried, or people will keep wanting interceptors. They don't
No.
care.
Nobody cares how many interceptors the First Order.
Yeah,
Give
the
me
more,
17 different chassis, the interceptor, and I will be fine.
the more pointy, the better. Apparently,
All right, what do they call the TV show?
Resistance. It's just called Star Wars Resistance.
The new trailer dropped today.
That's
so
what
if
I
you
was
haven't
just clicking.
Yeah.
The new,
for.
If
the
you
new
haven't checked
trailer
it out-
dropped. It looks like there's going to be a First Order bomber.
First Order bombers, and they
I'm
look
gonna watch it
fucking
quick.
Cool.
Be quiet.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm not going to be
It's
quiet.
only like 2
We're-
minutes, 30
we're
seconds.
podcasting.
This will be
Yeah,
great.
it's only 2 minutes. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right.
I'm not
Oh,
going to
dang,
stay
the fuck
quiet.
is
Oh,
that?
shh. He's watching a trailer.
I'm not staying quiet. We need to entertain the audience.
We can just whisper through it.
Okay. There's this other card that's in the Wave 6 called Mag Pulse Warheads. It's the missile Kylo shot into the ship in The Last Jedi, blew everything up.
So we're finally getting mag pulse missiles.
Warheads.
Warheads.
But it's a
My
missile. It doesn't do as much damage as the movie. Physically, at least.
What the fuck?
Three attack die, range 1 to 3.
My canon content. Fuck you, FFG.
I mean, it's gonna feel really bad though, because it's just 2 charges. Spend, if attack hits, defender suffers 1 crit, not hit, crit. And gains 1 deplete and 1 jam token and cancels the rest of the results. So they're guaranteed. It just needs to. It's not like the Ion stuff or the Tractor stuff where Ion specifically, if you hit 1, you cancel to take damage. If you hit 2 or more, it's 1 damage, and every damage thereafter is a token. This one's only like do hit. If you hit, do damage plus get both these tokens, deplete and jam, which means there goes your token, and there goes probably 1 attack dice offensively.
Daddy likes.
It's probably gonna slow the game down because nothing's gonna fucking die.
But that's fine because the game's already slow and everything goes to time, but that's okay.
Is it though?
It's not, but that's what people tell me on podcasts.
Also, Mag Pulse Warheads are not faction specific. They can go to anybody.
Shh. Don't tell them that.
It guarantee it won't break anything. Sure. It's total sarcasm.
Because Snapshot and Mag Pulse missiles won't break the fucking game. Shh.
I don't think
I
Snapshot
can hear you.
I don't think Snapshot breaks the game. Mag Pulse might make it like boring though.
I know, but how long is Snapshot gonna take as well as all this other shit? Like, seriously, that's adding another fucking minute, at least a minute and a half to every round.
Potentially.
And what? I mean, if it's cheap enough, why wouldn't you take it? Maybe it's really expensive. I don't know.
It's probably more expensive than it
But-
used to be.
God damn it. No, I'm yes, I'm glad Mag Pulse missiles are in there. They do some crazy stuff. Missiles were kind of like falling behind in the munitions a little bit. But again, I feel like I'm repeating myself from like a year and a half ago, and then harpoon missiles came out and we're like, oh fuck. Oh fuck.
Well, the issue is like Mag Pulse missiles just make like it's oddly
Life
it's
difficult.
like the missiles oddly weird insurance for AC ships. Like if they're in a spot where they're like, oh, there's some lower initiative ships that probably won't die, but they're going to shoot back at me because they got tokens and stuff, and they're going to do good attack. Well, you can just take this missile if it's cheap enough and slap it on your ace that has a missile slot, which, by the way, a lot of things in missiles, and shoot at them, do the 1 damage you're probably going to do anyway, mathematically. Which, by the way, a lot of people look at your like general mathematical results. Sometimes it's always going to be 1 hit anyway. But then do 1 hit and then also deplete them and jam them. It's like, oh, I'll shoot back at that ace, but I actually now won't do damage.
Where the hell are you
You'll-
seeing Mag Pulse missiles?
Oh, let me link.
Oh,
to
there
it.
it is. Mag Pulse Warhead. Got it. Thanks.
It's highlighted. It's highlighted with underline as a different color. It should make it really easy to find. Fuck me, Chico.
So Chico, would you think?
I mean,
would you think-
I've been out of the game for a while, but son of a bitch.
What do you think of the trailer?
There were a lot of random ass looking ships. I saw the one, uh, for the lack of my brain working, Imperial ship that almost looked like an X-wing.
Oh yeah, it's
Like it had the.
yeah,
coming
it's
out
the
the
first
side.
order
TIE bomber.
It's the first order bomber thing where it looks like
It's
it's
the
just
first
like
order
a
bomber.
rectangle with two like wings on each side or whatever.
Because why not, right? Yeah, sure. Okay, there were a whole bunch of ships in there, and they did ship things.
Take guesses on the name. What are they going to call it?
TIE SF bomber.
TIE S.
TIE Special Bomber SB.
Nope. TIE POS.
Son of a bitch.
Precision Ordnance Spaceship.
That's
I just came up with that in my head right now. Because we all know it's going to be a TIE piece of shit.
I hope by the time Wave 5 or 6 comes out, they actually start to rotate some ships out of hyperspace.
Oh my god.
but
It
they
needs
can't
to be the-
rotate them back to where they originally were.
It really needs
Sure.
to be the TIE POS. Holy fuck.
There's a rotate joke, Ryan. Get with the times.
I got it. I got it.
Whoa!
Are you
wait,
tired or something?
Wait.
A little bit.
TIE Chico funny count. 3.
That's it? Man.
You're only up to 3. You had the funny joke at the beginning, the one that Ryan didn't hear, and that one right there.
Re-released RZ1 A-Wing has another new paint job, so we're now going to be 3 Rebel A-Wings with new paint with different paint jobs.
Woo! Get that money.
And that's it.
All right.
TIE Defender, TIE Interceptor, TIE Reaper. Oh, they're coming out with a Houndstooth pack with a Z95 in it that has the Nashta pup.
I would be tempted if they made a way for the pup to dock.
Does not look like it's going to be able to dock.
Right. But either way, it's a cool looking Z95. I mean, I've painted one, as good as I could at the time to look like one. So, like, I have no interest in it, but
Cool thing in that pack is you actually do get the Bosk pilot card for the Nashta pup.
right, yeah.
So there's that.
Wait, is that a new card?
Yeah, like it was just a Nashta pup before. It's just a card, just as Nashta pup, and you just copy pilot ability and pilot. Like now, there's actually a Bosk card in the Z95.
Son of a bitch! But it's literally just the same thing as if you just played it normal. They just gave an extra card to make it look nice.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that's something nice for the new folks who are getting into it.
I wonder if that Bosk Z95 can be pursuit craft. After you deploy, you may acquire a lock on a ship. On a ship. So I think it's got an ability only for itself. After you deploy, you may acquire a lock on a ship the friendly Houndstooth has locked. But I thought this could only emergency deploy though.
Oh, that's whoa. No, because the regular Nashta pup card
It's just
is escape craft. This is different. This is the first card we've seen. Oh, so Tommy's saying that boss card will be in the upcoming card packs as well.
That makes
Dang
sense.
it, Tommy, you so smart. Tommy's
Is that
so
smarter?
handy.
Is that smart or perceptive? I think it's perceptive.
To stupid people, it's the same. We lost Coach. He gone.
He just walked away. He probably went to go pee.
Like that, the paint jobs on those look good. Like the Houndstooth, like looks better than the original.
Yeah, it looks
Like
less
that
of a
paint job is a
saturated,
lot
and
better.
more of a dulled down hunk of hunk of junk type ship. It's just warm.
Yeah, instead of somebody just dumping a gallon of XV88 on it.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly, part of their re-releases in this set is the last wave of first edition is part
Yeah,
of it. the
Saw's
Fog
Renegades and
Renegade.
the Reaper.
Yeah,
yeah.
like that came up quick.
Well, I think the reason they did that was because they've stopped printing and releasing those packs, but they had those as like hyperspace legal, and this was the first thing available, and now suddenly like new people can't get it. So
Yeah, that might be
I
the
think they
reason.
panicked and just pumped it out.
That might be the reason a lot of people aren't considering as to what their order of like re-releases are as out of print stuff.
Right. And it doesn't really bother me at all. Like out of this whole wave, I have to get 2 ships.
Yep.
Neat. Like, man, like X-Wing is so fucking cheap if you've been around.
It's super awesome for retailers too.
I mean, it ain't nothing but a money grab. It's your dumb fucking your stupid freaking thing. What a company is stupid. Communist.
Rabble.
Like,
I love it because like I see a new wave and I'm like, oh, I'll take 5 of those, 5 of those. Yeah, the rest of that shit, yeah, I don't need.
Minimum.
Way to not get any new players.
Oh man, that's a discussion for another night.
Right?
We will have, because that's a real thing. Because I'm not gonna get into it tonight because we only have half an hour. Unless we think we can get it done. I don't think we need to discuss the USA versus the world thing because that's been discussed.
Yep.
USA is going over to European Championships.
They got
Go,
some
guys.
badass paint jobs.
Oh shit!
That
Okay,
stuff Luke's
Luke.
doing.
Yep.
I do have one thing to add. I want to add one thing.
Yeah.
Tyler and I were talking, and he told me Luke's doing his TIE fighters, which I saw the pictures. Fantastic job! Oh my god, they're fantastic. But I did give Tyler an idea what he should do for Vader. Is that he should get. Okay, does everybody remember like when everyone's seen the Facebook pages where like it's all the presidents on like George Washington's got a fucking eagle and a fucking minigun and this and that. But it's like Trump like riding on top of a golden plated tank with like all this shit like going on. I told Tyler you should tell Luke to get like a little miniature figure and put like a bad wig on him and put it on top like he's riding Vader and with a big American flag. That would trigger the fuck out of every European there.
Nice.
Anyway. That's all I have to say about that. I had one more thing. Oh, quick. I mean, no real discussion, but like yes or no, maybe a little bit broader. Do the low player count at Gen Con disturb either one of you?
No.
My whole thing, and like I kind of tie it into why I wasn't there. Gen Con is extremely expensive for what amounts to using at least half of your time just paying attention to X-Wing. It's like there is so much to do. It's like if I were to go down to Gen Con again, I super wouldn't play X-Wing just because there's so much else to do. Do
you guys think with Worlds being in October was a big factor at Gen Con this year?
Okay.
Especially with the last chance qualifier.
I got to throw down some beef for that one then.
Yes! I knew I'd pull it out of you.
So, this is the order of large events in the next few months, including what's just happened. Gen Con, in August, right?
Yep.
The late announcement of the Grand Championship, which is national level. So, clarify, Gen Con is continental.
It's the fucking Nationals.
Nationals is grand. Done. There's a Grand Championship that got announced late in Toronto. End of August. So in the same month, we have Gen Con in Indianapolis, and in Toronto, we have a Grand Championship. September, we have Nova. Also Grand Championship. Also early September. So within almost a month, Gencon, and 2 Grands.
And
Okay.
all of those events cheaper than Gen Con.
Yes.
Yes.
Um,
Well,
October Worlds. Okay. November, early November, St. Louis is hosting their Grand Championship.
yes. None of the Nationals.
5 large scale
Huge events.
events.
Huge events.
They're grand and higher. That's Nationals, Worlds, and a Continental. Plus, I think there's European Continental. Like, what is the European Continental? I don't even know, but I feel like it's in the same
That's
time.
Yeah, very
in
soon.
Poland
Yeah.
this weekend. That's this weekend.
Yeah. Could you imagine if you were someone who wanted to go to the European Championship and then also wanted to go to Worlds? Like, there's such a crunch of time that all these big events are happening.
And
To
not only
me,
that,
doesn't make sense.
as Patrick says, the never-ending string of hyperspace trials that go through October.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel hyperspace trials are almost getting to the level of treated like store championships. Like they're like regionals are being brought down a little bit and store championship brought up a little bit, and then there's your hyperspace trial.
Wasn't there a rumor or an announcement or something that they're literally going to get rid of hyperspace trials and it's just going to be store champs and primes and grands and fucking
Yeah, there was the
North
rumor
America?
of another name change.
Like how many times can FFG fuck with the X-Wing timetable? Because this is what, the 4th time they've changed everything?
I don't remember for sure, but yeah, I believe technically hyperspace trials are changing to what are called prime championships.
I mean, there's no consistency at all in X-Wing ever. I mean, the first 3 years there was. You had fucking store champs, which were new, and then you had the Gen Con thing, and then you had Worlds. That was it. You never had regionals. Then all of a sudden they added regionals. Okay, cool. Now all of a sudden, then they switched them over to this, and now they switched them over to that, and it's like, oh my god, please just solidify one schedule that's going to be year-round. This is what it's going to be from now on. No more changing. Just do this. Because what are we going to have for winter? What's going to be during winter?
December, as far as I know, is nothing besides maybe some trials, and then the LVO in end of January, the Las
Yeah.
Vegas Open, which is another grand, which I think is probably the last grand, at least within the North American region.
It's super confusing, and it's just
And
they're
then
all over the
Then we're
place.
back to like trials, and system open season. So I feel like there's a season of system opens, and then there's it seems like it's how it's broken up. There's a season of system opens, and then there's a season of Grands, Continental, and Worlds all in one. If they could take like the Grands or the take one of those or Worlds and put it in the system open season area, that'd be nice to separate that a little bit.
Well, we're gonna get another schedule change. I can guarantee you that. Fucking Worlds will be in May next year, probably.
Just X-Wing all the time.
X-Wing all the time, baby. Woo!
Is it is X-Wing? It sounds probably a rhetorical question. Is X-Wing FFG's biggest competitive game?
Yeah, I think it's still beating out Legion as much as they want Legion.
Well,
to
not even
take
including
over.
miniatures. I'm talking also card, like Destiny, Legend of 5 Rings, and Keyforge.
Destiny's dropped off the edge.
Yeah, Destiny's dropped off a lot.
Armada's not
L5R
there.
is still holding strong.
I would say Keyforge is actually on the rise.
Yeah,
If I were to
Because
go,
they just put out a new thing.
holy shit, Keyforge was huge at Gen Con.
Really?
Oh my god, it was every table full all fucking day. It was
they had a Keyforge vending machine. where you
yeah,
could buy
that was
packs.
the coolest thing ever. Oh, so I don't know if they caught this, but you could have bought a Keyforge deck for $1.65.
How?
If you were the first, like, I think they caught it within like a couple of hours, but Chicago, of all fucking people, Chicago
Always Chicago.
went and bought a fucking Keyforge deck, and he just swiped his card and it dispensed one. And like later that night, he's like, I think they only charged me $1.65 for a Keyforge card because I saw his fucking transactions and it said $1.65. You know, the whole FFG Keyforge. You know, I went what? Because there was a time there where the machine was empty for almost half a day. Because I went right back there. I was like, oh shit, $1.65 Keyforge for life. You know, and it was empty. So I think they had to recal. I think a bunch of people got really cheap decks. So
Good for them.
Yep.
good for them.
I have
Just
one
the-
deck and still haven't played.
Oh, Chico, you got to play it. It's super fun. It is. It's like the best casual game ever. Like you can't fucking you get a bad deck or you get a good deck.
I have
See.
4 decks, all from last year's Gen Con that they gave to me for free. This is all I have.
I have like 12 decks.
I have Silvereat, the pencil pusher of technology.
Nami, if you're in the chat, we got to fucking play Keyforge, buddy.
Oh,
I'll
here's
play.
mine. Let's see
That's
what
the
it's
only
called.
goddamn game from the Craze Cast that I understand that they talk about.
I have
I have-
Kay
I have-
Clark, banker of the Garrison Vault.
I have Setizilli, the corporal of serenity. I have never looked up to see if any of these are good. The radioactive seraph of Waypin.
Oh, I know I showed a picture of mine to Coach and he just laughed at me.
Here's the one thing that pisses me off though.
Lord Sneaky Commitidus.
Ooh, that's a good one. FFG has the ability to do tournaments in a store, scan something with a QR code, and get points for it. As a store owner, holy fucking shit, can you please implement this in X-Wing? Can somebody print their X-Wing list off? I QR code it into my X-Wing tournament software, and they get some points. So if they ever do go to a Grand Championship or North American, that there's a whole pile of alt art cards that they can just prize wall pick from. Because son of a bitch, that's what we need for small store owners. We need to get people in who they might not ever go. That's fine. But if they ever do, man, they have their phone with them and they just go, I've got like 700 points. Guess what? You win a fucking X-Wing acrylic tray with all this shit in it. Can we not please do that for X-Wing? Please, please, can we do that? It wouldn't take much. Maybe a revamping of your X-Wing fucking squad list app, but I mean, man, calling for big steps there. That would be so much fun. Oh shit, God, that would be great. So anyway, we have 20 minutes left. So let's wind this baby down. And let's end with a little funny segment called the Travis Meme Machine. So, for those who you do not know or have not kept up on anything in the meme machine, who was it that initially posted the Chips Ahoy girl with Travis's face on it?
It's Ryan Farmer.
Ryan Farmer. God damn it, Ryan Farmer.
Thanks, Ryan Farmer, for being Photoshop guy.
So, you know, I mean, he brings it on himself. He does. He's probably the most meme-worthy person in X-Wing, besides myself.
Sleepy Farmer strong.
but he has so many memes. So many. I mean, I blame it all the way back to the GIF where, like, what was somebody explaining something and how good it was, then it was bad, and it was just classic. It was classic Travis GIF. But I thought this segment was going to take me longer, but man, that's really all I got to say. Fuck it. Let's just do a beef section. Anybody got any beef? I have beef.
Go ahead.
I mean, if you
So-
want me to go there, I'll take next.
Okay, so my beef goes to all of the people that couldn't show up to Coach's Tavern on Friday night. And you know who you are. I'm not talking about the fans that couldn't show up. Like, this was for fans to meet the people that they listen to every week. There are certain individuals that are make up a very large portion of the podcast community. This was a get to meet your podcaster kind of a thing. And there was a very large section of podcasters that didn't show up. Mainly one podcast, but I don't want to pick on anyone or name names, but they know who they are. And your lame ass excuses are not going to work next year. Fans came out. They wanted to meet you. They asked where you were. I told them you're punk ass bitches. And they accepted it, which is good because they need to. But for those of you who didn't show up to Coach's Tavern and are content creators, yeah, you're in my crosshairs for next year. So, I'm not going to say I'm going to break into your hotel room and kidnap you, but I'm not going to say I'm not going to break into your hotel room and kidnap you and bring you to Coach's Tavern. So, apparently I have a lot of leeway with the police in Indianapolis, so good luck.
Interesting. No, that last piece is like, oh, the hell happened there?
Am I safe now?
Well, no, you're safe. You're fine. You were given a pass because you had family in town.
Okay. I started going
Oh
out of
yeah!
the
Oh
picture.
shit! I didn't realize you weren't even there. That's why you kept going down.
Yeah, I was like, he's naming people who didn't go to Coach Tavern. I'm like,
That's right.
hi.
You weren't there, Ryan. Well,
Monster.
maybe not kidnapping in your instance, but heavy influence.
Oh, don't worry. It's just me going to Worlds.
Wait, what?
As in, my wife, my family.
Oh,
not just me.
So you're going to the Beaver then?
Yeah.
Remember last year how I chose to not
go to the Beaver?
Not go to karaoke night because my next day was Swiss.
I do remember that vaguely.
Yeah, and I was successful.
That might not be. Hey, I went to the Beaver and I was one dice roll away from going to day 2. So potato. Chico, Ryan's got to go to the fucking Beaver, doesn't he?
It was a good that was evidently there was a White Castle across the street. I don't know how, why, or when we got there. But yeah, I remember getting to the Beaver. I remember singing one karaoke song, and the next thing I know, I'm in the car. People are screaming about beef patties, and then next thing I know, I'm in the hotel room.
You don't remember Luke's GPS getting us home?
Nope.
Oh, that's a bummer.
I remember all week his GPS was set on Aussie voice.
Okay. So you do kind of remember. Never mind. I won't embarrass him anymore because Luke is apparently an esteemed member of the Gold Squadron podcast, and he's up here on up there. But no, the Beaver is going to happen. Chico beef.
Yeah. So my beef goes out to some of these judge folks out there, and particularly Paul Heaver. Because I went and listened to I finally ran out of
great guy.
I was on.
You're listening to Great Cast.
So I listened to let's admit it, Minox Squadron, and Paul was on there, and he was talking about judging and stuff, and holy fucking shit, I am convinced he has only started doing judge stuff because of all of these grievances he has on past bullshit of calls that he disagrees with that happened in his games. Because he started going on a rant on that podcast of, oh, we need floor rules because of this and this and this and this. I was like, I remember that with Paul. I remember that with Paul. Yeah, I remember that at Worlds with Paul. And I remember that with Paul. I was like, oh, fucking hell. He's just pissed off about bullshit that wouldn't happen with him. Like, we need rules for when somebody looks at your dial. It's like, yeah, Paul, I remember that. Like, holy shit. It's like, he has beef is what
He's got beef.
And
Grade A.
but man, like if you want to have like hard and defined rules that you want judges to follow and stick to, then you yourself can't be making up bullshit. Because going to Nova, there's a lot of people who are really wondering with their ace lists, how fast do I have to engage? Like, because there are rogue judges out there that are making calls like it started with the fortressing rule. And people have extrapolated that with the stalling rule and like mixing some of these rules and basically saying is like, oh, if you're not trying to engage, you're encouraging a stalemate and therefore you're stalling. You should be getting penalty points, blah, blah, blah. There was a guy over in like out in California somewhere. He was waiting for his opponent's tie swarm to go down and K-turn and have to come back at the corner. And he was going to strike right at the K-turn point. And the judge walked up and gave them both 2 penalty points because they weren't engaging. It's like, holy fucking shit, these people are waiting for their moment and attacking. Like I understand if you see the fortressing rules and then you see somebody sitting there with one ship hard wanting in a circle, and you're like, they're just skirting the rule, maybe we'll do something about that and tell them to go play the game. But if you got somebody who's sitting there doing donuts around the board, waiting for their moment to cut in and hit somebody, that's perfectly fine. Quit your bitching. It's like FFG knows about this. They know about the complaints. They know about the Star Viper game that happened, and they're looking into it on, like if anything's going to happen. Quit your complaining. It'll be dealt with. Till then, stick to the fucking rules that we have. Quit trying to make shit up based on poorly worded gray areas, because it's really causing some weird bullshit. And for all the people who are complaining about, well, he's wasting like 4 rounds at the beginning of the game, making it hard to kill his ships. I can take every statement people make for every one of those situations and put it exactly the same at people running at time. Like when there's like 3 rounds left in the game and they're like, you know what? If I just 5 straight boost right now and I do that for 2 turns, they're never going to be able to kill me and I'll win at time. No, they're exploiting a stalemate. They're doing whatever the fuck they want to do and like not engaging. And it's the exact same thing, just in the late game. I actually think you have more balls if you do it in the early game because you don't know what's about to happen. Unlike those people at the end of the game who know they're up on points and is like, I'm just going to run away. Fuck you. Like, personally, I fucking hate that strategy. Like, it's annoying as shit. And I think if we could get it out of X-Wing, I'd love to. But as a judge, I'm never going to call somebody on something like that because it's not in the fucking rules. So there. That's my beef.
Quick question, yes or no. Do you guys think the floor rules helped X-Wing in the broad generality of expanding the game?
People aren't extrapolating bullshit from things,
which they will.
Yeah, I mean we've already had with the whole collusion thing. People are terrified to walk up to their table and be like, "Oh, hi, my name's Chris. Have you been doing today?" They're like, "Oh, I'm 3-1."
Collusion!
Oh my god, here's collusion. It's like, no.
He told me his record.
Right. Like that, okay. Like, I understand how, suddenly you got information. Is like, I can do something. But people are really extrapolating some way, like, out there situations to like, take some rules that are definitely helping, and at least there's something. And they're saying, all this is shit. because I found this corner case that could possibly be collusion where maybe it shouldn't be. Like, oh, fucking hell. Like, come on, people. Take a bone we're thrown and enjoy it a little bit. Am I wrong here?
Ryan,
I think the floor rules overall are better to have than not to have. I'd rather have them in the state they are right now than not have them at all. Yes, they could do they could do with some polishing and some future proofing that aren't currently there. Right now, the floor rules are actually, they said that these are the generalized ones for all their games, and that there's going to be specific subsections depending on the game coming out in the future. So there's still that to wait on.
so my take on this, and this is interesting because I just had this happen to a local of mine in a hyperspace trial where he thought, well, to clarify,
he was
TO
directed.
a TO in Omaha told him that grappling struts worked on gas clouds.
What?
Yes.
So
This is his side. He said that a TO in Omaha at a hyperspace trial said, yes, grappling struts work on gas clouds. So he goes to a hyperspace trial in another area and proceeds to go 4-1 or he makes the cut. He's top 8. And he's on stream. And someone points out in the stream that he cannot use grappling struts. I don't know if it was pointed out in the stream, but anyway, the game was done. The guy called a judge over and says, well, he was using grappling struts on gas clouds. Is that allowed? After the game is done, I think this is how it goes. I'm not 100% sure. And the judge goes, no. And according to the floor rules, he gained advantage. Therefore, they gave him a game loss. And he was out of the cut. Now,
He
wasn't-
The guy went and asked a rule thing after the game.
after the game,
Game's over. Sorry about your luck. Should have called something during the game.
as far as I know, it was
Holy
after the
shit.
game. And the guy was following the floor rules that he gained advantage. And according to the floor rules, apparently gaining an advantage in a game, unbeknownst to their opponent or something, it's a game loss.
Fucking hell.
I'm just saying this was 1 week after the floor rules were introduced, and these things are not. I mean, this is not an isolated event.
I mean,
I'm hearing about this.
Both players having a misinterpretation of the rules and then playing through it. You just got to fucking deal with it as it is. If your opponent says something and you're like, what? Really? If you're confused, just like Marcel's girlfriend, fucking call a judge. Like,
Raise your hand.
even
Call
if
a
you got to
judge.
tell your opponent is like, hey, I'm going to start a stopwatch right now. We'll add this to the end of time. I don't want to waste time here, but I just want to get a clarification because holy crap, that's huge.
One in the chat. Yes, I know this is the worst wind down topic in the world, but I'm just saying that it's already happening. It's already affecting games and tournaments that these floor rules are being interpreted like way too harshly. I mean, we wanted floor rules, yes. Probably not at the hyperspace level, but like at the, you know what? I don't even know. I just know that anytime FFG comes out with specific rules, people just tend to go to the nth degree on them and just have even more questions than they were supposed to answer. I don't know. Maybe they'll flush out. Personally, I'm starting to feel like X-Wing is, man, it's really getting rules lawyered to the nth degree, and this is not the game I signed up to play, but
Yeah, everybody said they wanted floor rules, but every floor rule that starts getting added in people keep finding corner cases and abusing those corner cases to the point that they're just like they cause more issues than they solve, and it's really becoming an issue for judges.
Oh, I can't imagine what this is doing to judges. This has got to
Like
be
it used to be like somebody calls you over to a table and says, I think they're doing something fishy over there. Can you go keep an eye on it? You go over there and look, and like if it was, you walk up and you're just like, hey, you're doing some fucking fishy shit. Like, fix your shit. This is what we're gonna do. Add extra time, blah blah blah. Give you a warning that doesn't matter and whatever, and you move on. And if that person becomes a problem later on, it's like, man, you are causing me too much bullshit. Get out of my tournament. Now we added in these floor rules because we wanted like specific floor rules for specific things. Like, what if he looks at my dial? But now we added in like the collusion stuff and the fortressing stuff, and we made them just gray area enough that people are arguing and pushing the boundary of that thing over there. I don't like it, but the boundary's over here. What do I got to do to shove this boundary over there? Now that thing I hate is illegal. Fuck that thing.
I mean, granted, it's a very small percentage chance you ever run into these issues playing in most of these games.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, that was something that the whole shared dice pool, there was a whole big discussion for a while of there's nothing in the rule that says if you ask for a shared dice pool, I have to agree to it. And every judge went, are you fucking kidding me? Me and Juris had this conversation going into Gencon. Is like, what the fuck are you going to do if somebody tries to say that to you? It's like, tell them to fuck off or whatever. But nobody did that. There was one person in the whole tournament that said that going into every game, he requested a shared dice pool, and people just resolved it on their own. People were reasonable. What? People on the internet really like arguing stuff for no apparent reason.
And to leave you on that note, we're going to blue ball the fuck out of everyone. Because if you have any complaints or comments, please send them to ocx@gmail.com. If you have any bad list submissions, which we will probably not get to, you can also submit those to ocx@radio@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching the OCX Radio Podcast. I know we were just getting into it, but you know what? That's the thing. Hard stop. Oh, wait. Untopsky gave me the finger.
Oh, no. Over.
Oh, it's over, baby. We're going straight out into shout-outs. Okay. Chat, thank you for keeping me honest. All right, we're gonna go 2 minutes past our hard stop.
You're giving Jacob you're giving Jacob way too much power.
All right, quick shout-outs. Topsky, you're going first.
Shout out to everyone I saw at Gen Con. I look forward to seeing everyone and more people at Worlds. That's it. Short, simple.
Chico!
Shout out to all the people who agree with me, but then also shout out to all the people who disagree with me, but can be reasonable people in a discussion.
And I want to shout out Evil Inc. on the X-Wing.
Oh, fuck off, you
for making
bitch.
For making my day
Shut up,
worth
the nubs, you
for worth going.
I fucking hate you. Shut up.
Is that the person?
Yum nub, everybody!
God damn it!
Yum nub, nub nub nub. Thank God for the hard stop.
God, like the first thing I see from Evil Inc. I am old and 6'11" with bad back and busted knees. I am here to play games. I've made a commitment to play this
Built like
game.
a truck.
That's a great way, Evil Inc. Great way to start it.